Hello, welcome back. Majid here, entrepreneur, creator of the 3-day intensive Claim Your Freedom seminar and your personal success guide. I want to share with you the 5 freedoms. Before I do that, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself and what I care about freedom for. I started my first business when I was 16 years old and it was a blast. Invited all my friends, we had a snow cone stand. And through that, I made lots of money at selling water and sugar snow cones, and eventually sold the business and had more money than I ever had, and I traveled. Traveled all through South America and eventually came back and said, that's awesome, let's do that again. Started another business, sold it, and then traveled all through Europe. And I realized this is a lot of fun, starting businesses and traveling, and I wanted to figure out how I could make more of a lifestyle, as in, how could I get paid to travel, or how could I go somewhere and come back richer? So I decided to think about, what do I love to do, what am I good at, what will people pay me for, and I got into the business of teaching. So first started teaching English in Japan. There you go, paid to travel, got to travel all through Asia, and I started thinking more about this starting a business idea and how I can actually create a bigger impact by creating jobs and more income for myself and my family. And I started teaching other people how to do it and working with entrepreneurs to really get out of their own way, get over their fears and limiting beliefs, and achieve more freedom in their life. So I realized that freedom was really important for me. I want to be able to work when and where I want to work, and I don't want to work for somebody else telling me what to do. And so I started thinking about, what do I need to do to achieve a lifestyle of more freedom? So I came up with these 5 freedoms. The first one is the freedom of time freedom. And this one is actually the most important freedom. The freedom of time allows you to do what you want to do when you want to do it. So whether that's work, that means I want to be able to work these hours of the day, or I want to be able to work at nights and not in the day, or work in the morning and not in the night. For me, that's really important, because work is what I do to contribute. It's what I do to realize my potential. It's what I do to help other people. So I want to be able to do that in the way that I want to do it, not go to an office that, people say, I'm going to work. I'm going to a place called work. I'm at work. But I believe work is a thing that you do. It's not a place that you go, and it's not you're here from 8 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I really wanted to free myself of that. And you can start a business and still not be free of time. So starting a business that is independent of when you work is something I really value, and I help people do that in terms of designing their business model or even employment model to be one that fits working the time that you want to work. So number 1 is time freedom. Giving yourself an abundance of time leads into the second freedom, which is financial freedom. Financial freedom is making more money than you need to live and making money passively. So making money while you're sleeping, making money from investments that you've created or assets that you've created that you're able to sell over and over and over. So in business, I help people develop their assets that they can leverage and sell over and over, or go from charging low fees to charging high fees. So instead of having to work 40 hours a week, you can get away with working 5 or 10 and make the same amount of income because you've leveraged your assets, you've increased your fees by offering more value. The only way that you create more financial income is by putting out more value. Every transaction is saying, I'd rather have what you have, the value, than the money I have here, so let's make a trade and we're both happy. So creating more value is something I help entrepreneurs and even employees as well. Create more value, they get a raise. An employee is the same as an entrepreneur, they just have one customer. And so creating more value, they ask for a raise. They keep the one customer happy. So I help employees do more to create more value and also find the right career, the right job, and the right working style that will allow them to be in their authentic self, that they can create the most value with comfort and ease, and then therefore create a financial abundance or financial freedom. So the third freedom is service freedom. When you have time and money, you have the ability to serve in a bigger way. You're creating more money, which means you're creating more value, and what do you do with that money is up to you. You can spend the money in a way that is in line with your values. For example, my wife and I, we like to buy local organic foods whenever we can. So we're actually supporting the economy locally, and we're supporting small farmers, which is something that we believe in doing. And so essentially every time we pay, we're voting, saying, I prefer that, and we're contributing, we're serving by spending money. We're serving by shopping. I mean, you can serve by volunteering as well, and there you go, you need time to do that. So there's your time freedom leads to service freedom. Your ability to help other people out is this ability of service freedom. Now the next one is relationship freedom. The relationship is your ability to spend the time with the people you want to spend. And that's being really intentional about how you spend your time. There's your time freedom. And also, it's determined by where you can be in the world. For me, I've got a network of friends that are all over the world, and I love to be able to spend time with them by having the time and the money to visit. The relationships that I have are intentional. If there are people that are bringing me down and they're kind of negative and I'm kind of raising the average of the group, then I kind of try to move away gently, spend less time with those people and more time with the people that are more in line with my values and raise me up and bring me to where I want to be. So I help entrepreneurs decide, what kind of people do you want to be with? What kind of customers do you want to attract? You know, if you have your ideal customer, they're like, wow, I love you. Where have you been all my life? Your business, your service is amazing. Same with an employee, finding the right job that, wow, there's just a perfect fit of culture and perfect fit of what they do. Everybody feels better. More work gets done, more value gets created, and everybody's happier. So relationship freedom is a big one. And the last one is location freedom. Your ability to be where you want to be in the world. And part of that is designing your job or your business around working remotely. If you want to go into the office, you go into the office. If you want to work from home, work from home. And helping people come up with strategies of being able to respond and adapt and work from any place. I choose to design my business so that as much of it can be done from a smartphone, I don't even need to be at a desktop. But for me, if my desktop broke down or if my iPad broke down, I'd be able to just boot up another one and I'd be right back into my business because it's all stored in the cloud. For me, that fits my desire initially I was telling you about. I love to travel. So I just spent the last year, got back in September recently, spending the year in Australia. I got to pick up my life, move my life over to Australia with my wife, and I was able to contribute and serve there. Worked for 9 months, traveled for 3 months. So it really fits the lifestyle that I've designed. So that really comes down to designing the life and the vision that you want. So these 5 freedoms, time, financial, relationship, service, and location, are just a small part of what we cover in a 3-day seminar called Claim Your Freedom. The sign-up information should be at your disposal here. ClaimYourFreedom.ca is the website to go to sign up for the series of videos that this video is a part of, and some additional training for you as well to help you claim your freedom. But if you're interested in spending 3 days with me, where we first take a look at your life and all the things that are holding you back from freedom. Second, creating a day around creating a vision, goals, and a mission for your life. And the third day is creating a plan and executing a launch plan, a 90-day specific plan to leave the 3-day seminar so you're taking that momentum to the next level, breaking into a life of freedom and purpose and fulfillment that creates a bigger impact and a bigger income for yourself and your family. So thanks for watching this video, and please share this with your friends if you think it would be valuable to them to learn about the 5 freedoms, and I hope to see you at the Claim Your Freedom seminar.